Well, yeah, here we go again with another funny name from the company Maison Alhambra. Welcome back, guys. Hi, friends. Welcome back for another episode on your channel, Eau de Parfum. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And while you're at it, please give us a thumbs up for this video. It helps the channel a lot, and I will really appreciate it. So, for today's episode, it's gonna be the full review, or let's say the presentation and full review of this fragrance right here. This is a Yaya by Maison Alhambra, and as you guys know, Maison Alhambra is a company under the wing of Latafa Fragrances, which means that this is gonna be a cheapie, a clone or an inspiration of another famous designer fragrance. And I'm sure a lot of you guys already can tell which fragrance this fragrance is trying to copy or clone, and which fragrance it is inspired from. So from the bottle it's pretty obvious. From the box I would say yes and yeah and no but the bottle really gives it up. So yes, as I said, presentation and full review of this fragrance. First of all, I'm gonna give you like a little presentation of the box. So this is the box that this fragrance comes in. As you guys can see, it has the name of the fragrance right here, Yaya, right here as well, Yaya, Maison Alhambra Eau de Parfum, 100 ml size. On the top we have the logo of the company Maison Alhambra. On the back we have the hologram stamp, sticker, whatever you want to call it, for the authentication. The name of the fragrance once again, and we have some information right here. On the bottom we have the Latafa website, Latafa perfumes, ingredients, informations, barcode, QR code, and right here we have the production date and expiration date with the batch code as well. And by the way, I heard that Maison Alhambra is facing some legal actions from different companies for some reasons. I'm not gonna get to that subject right now. And what I want to say is that soon these fragrances from Maison Alhambra, they will not have the Latafa website on the boxes. They already did actually. In many boxes they don't have the Latafa website on them. Anyways, so yes, that was for the box. Now to the bottle. So this is the bottle right here. As I said, it is definitely, I mean, when you see it from far you might tell that this is YSL EDP, that this is the bottle of YSL EDP, but it's not. This is actually from Maison Alhambra, and we have right here the logo of the company Alhambra, and right here we have the name of the fragrance. Alright, and the cap is pretty good actually, and I like the design. Yes, it is just like YSL EDP. They made it very obvious. And we have the sticker right here, Maison Alhambra EDP and made in UAE. The cap is very good, I was saying, and it's very tight, but as I always say, don't try to not hold your bottles from the caps. They might fall down. Always try to grab your bottles from the bottle, from the glass itself. So yes, another tour of the bottle. Well, let's get straight to the point without more chit-chatting. Let's get to the more important thing, which is the performance, the scent, the longevity, etc. So this fragrance, and also yes, if it does smell like YSL EDP. But let me answer the most common question, which is, does this fragrance smell like YSL EDP? I'm gonna say yes and no. It is definitely inspired from that fragrance, but then there is many differences between the two, especially when it comes to the opening and also the quality. I already had YSL EDP from before. I know how it smells like, and to be sure and more sure, I got these samples, and I have many other more of YSL EDP. I already tried and used these ones to compare YSL EDP, the scent of YSL EDP, and this fragrance from Maison Alhambra. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna start from the opening. From the opening, they are both very different. Especially that the opening of this one, when you first spray it, you get a blast of alcohol. It is very piercing, it's sharp, it's not really that nice. and yeah, you start getting that synthetic smell of apple with a little bit of also synthetic ginger when it comes to this one, but it's not very synthetic or very glowing. It is a little bit strange and different than the apple note and ginger note that we might find in YSLY EDP. Alright, so yeah, after it settles down, after that let's say 3 minutes, 5 minutes mark, the fragrance starts getting nicer and nicer. It gets sweeter, it gets fruitier also, if I can say that, and it gets more ambroxy, bubblegummy and shower jelly at the same time. So it is definitely a youthful fragrance, something like it is, yes, definitely mass appealing, crowd pleasing, but it is more, it has this youthful, very youthful vibe. This is a fragrance I can see like a teenager would wear it comfortably, and yeah, I mean, there is some changes, but not very. I would say this fragrance is very linear. It doesn't really change much. It does have some differences, not compared to YSLY EDP, but it kind of changes from the very beginning, but afterwards you can, I mean, pretty much you smell the same thing for a few hours, like 4 hours, 5 hours, you're smelling the same exact thing, and it's not, to my, in my opinion, it's not really that interesting. It's not really the same as with YSLY EDP. That's more, which is a more, which is a fragrance that has more depth, that has more oomph as well, if you know what I mean, and it kind of changes with after a few hours. Not like this one. This one is more linear, and yeah, it is definitely different than YSLY EDP. It is inspired from it, but there is many differences, and I don't really consider this one to be a clone of YSLY EDP. I would just say it is an inspiration of YSLY EDP. I mean, maybe they focused more on the bottle more than the scent, and I wish they focused on the scent instead of the bottle, because the bottle looks so much like YSLY EDP. It's kind of like a rip-off of that design. So I wish they concentrated on the scent, which is actually more important. Maybe they tried to make the scent different and not very obvious like YSLY EDP, but then since this is a Lattafa fragrance and we know that Lattafa already have how do you say it, a clone or a dupe of YSLY EDP, which is Bahar Lattafa that we have right here, and it's actually a pretty good clone of YSLY EDP. It is in my opinion the closest fragrance, or the closest cheapie, or the closest clone to YSLY EDP, while this one is a little bit more far and it has its own different character. So yeah, it is definitely not a clone. I don't consider it a clone of YSLY EDP. It is just an inspiration, and if I have to give it a percentage how much it smells like YSLY EDP, I would say like 40%, maybe 37%, something like that. So it's not really that close to YSLY EDP. It gives you some nuances of it, kind of reminds you of it, but then it is a little bit different than YSLY EDP. So yes, what about the performance, the longevity, the projection, etc. So the longevity, I get like, well, let's say this way, this fragrance is a little bit I would say average. It has an average performance. I get like 4 hours, 5 hours. It might last longer on the clothes, but it's not really that projecting. The projection with this fragrance, like it can give you like 30 minutes, 40 minutes of average projection. So it's not like more than average. It is pretty average, maybe a little bit less than that. So it's not really a projection type of fragrance. And yeah, after that 30 minutes, 40 minutes mark, the fragrance becomes a little bit it goes on the weaker side. It becomes like a skin scent, but it's not really like a weak skin scent. The weaker, it gets much more weaker like after 2 hours, 3 hours, and it gets really weak. And yeah, 4 hours, 5 hours maximum on the skin. Maybe it lasts a little bit more on the clothes, but then I mean, even if you spray heavily, it is pretty much the same thing. But yes, definitely go heavy on the sprayer. If you go 4, 5, 6 sprays with this one, you might really not get any performance of it. So do as I did with like 14, 15 sprays, and then you kind of get a little bit, or you get something satisfying, performance that's satisfying enough with this fragrance. And it's not very expensive. It is a cheapie, as you guys know. Maison Alhambra fragrances, especially, well, Latafa fragrances, are very affordable, and this one comes with a very cheap price tag. I'm not gonna say the price that I bought it for, but you can find it, definitely you can find it online for less than 18, 17 bucks if you look around, if you do your research. And me personally, I don't really recommend you to buy this fragrance for more than $25. I mean, if you're gonna pay $25 for this one, add a little bit more and get YSL EDP, get the 60 ml size. You might definitely find it either used or for on sale, or for a good deal online or in a reputable websites. I recommend this fragrance more for like the younger guys, teenagers, maybe guys between the age from, I don't know, 14 to 30 years maximum. But if you like it, it doesn't matter. I mean, whatever age you are, if you like it, I'm not here to tell you what to wear or what to spend your money on. But I see it as a fragrance that has that youthful vibe, and I see it also more suitable for like something for activities like the gym, maybe go to the beach, something like that. Something you don't wanna, especially when you don't wanna spray your more expensive fragrances, and you just wanna smell okay, smell nice enough. If you go and do some activity that's not really that important. And if you ask me, is this a fragrance that I should keep, or if I'm keeping this fragrance, or how do I like it, or how much I like it, I would say I like it. It's okay, but it's not like something that I like very much. It is okay, and that's it. And yeah, I can definitely keep it to wear it whenever I don't know what to wear, or if I don't want to spray my more expensive fragrances, or if I don't know what to wear. I mean, this is like a dumb breach type of fragrance, something very easy to wear and mass appealing, and it smells nice. So yes, why not? And I like that it is super versatile. Like it can work for any type of weather, any type of situation. It has that bluish type of vibe, and I like that it works very well during the high heat when it's really hot. So it's perfect like for spring and summer, and especially any daytime type of activity. So yes, I guess this is it for our video. This was the review for Yaya by Maison Alhambra, and yes, I hope I covered everything about this fragrance. Please don't hesitate to press the like button for this video, and see you soon for the next reviews. Take care, bye.